Um, let's talk about Andrew Berry. Spoke a little bit. He said he was excited about some of the things Shedeur Sanders did, some of the growth, some of the stuff he showed in his accuracy. But he said he is going to do everything to find the guy, whether that's inside, outside the organization in terms of the quarterback position, and whether that's a veteran, whether that's what it's going to be. And we talked about it a little bit in overtime. Go back and check that out. Overtime is up for all the members, so check that out. We had a good conversation, me, Bull, and Jay. And I said, that's what he is supposed to say. I mean, listen, the Cleveland Browns are not in a position where they're guaranteeing nothing to nobody. And guess what? Like, I feel like that's the right avenue. I like what Shedeur Sanders did. I love some stuff. I think that he's put in a position to be in that mix in 2026. But for Andrew Berry, he did a good job in coming out and saying, hey, I like what you did. I want to see progress, because he made it be very clear. And I've already stated this too, Earl, that if Andrew Berry is coming back, he's going to have expectations. He's going to have a bullseye and a target on his back. And just because you had one draft class, because some people do believe that Andrew Berry should not be here and Kevin should have probably been here. So he's going to have expectations of dropping another draft class in with this. And he's going to have the quarterback position figured out, or they're going to go back in 27 and do it. What are your thoughts on the way he talked about the quarterback play and Shedeur Sanders and what he needs to do going forward to keep the job?
So I think what you said to start this is perfect. There's no guarantees. Everything is different now. Like today's situation changed everything. Only guarantee with the Cleveland Browns is 95, 21 at that, right? And if you want to name the four rookies or the four rookies that Jimmy Haslam spoke of today, you can count those as locks. But here's the reality of the situation. The Cleveland Browns made the decision to move on from Kevin Stefanski for a reason. And I think that we need to have a proper expectation as a media base and as a fan base of what that looked like. And that looks like very possibly that a lot of players on this team that was a part of what took place in 2025 might not be a part of the next head coach's plan in 2026. And if you are a fan of the Cleveland Browns, like if you rep the colors brown and orange, then I think that we owe it to whoever the incoming head coach to have some faith in whatever philosophy or whatever vision that he has. Because clearly the approach that has been taken up until now did not result in a winning culture long-term and or consistently, right? And so I think that Andrew Berry did a proper job of laying it out there for Shedeur Sanders. I feel like you and I feel like Andrew Berry. In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders showed a lot of progress in this rookie season when you consider every single circumstance, right? You know, Dylan Gabriel did get first-team reps. He did not get first-team reps. He did not get first-team reps until he actually, took his first snap when he came in relief with the Baltimore Ravens. And if you go back to the preseason, you heard Andrew Berry talk about that it was trying to teach somebody how to speak like Mandarin fluidly. Well, at the end of his rookie season, I would say he ain't fluid, but he probably got the basics down of
he know the words. He know how to get on the bus now.
And so with that being said, I'll repeat what I said yesterday on the post-game show. Have I seen enough from Shedeur Sanders to lock him in as my long-term franchise quarterback? Absolutely not. But have I seen enough from Shedeur Sanders that I believe he should be given the opportunity to compete for the starting job in 2026? Yes. But with that being said, whoever the head coach is, if he comes in here and that is not the type of time he's on, then I got to get behind whatever the head coach feel is the best, choice or avenue for the Cleveland Browns. Andrew Berry also said that he anticipates Deshaun Watson being on this roster in 2026, but he also said that even that's not a guarantee. And I think that what's the point of firing Kevin Stefanski if you're not going to allow the new head coach to have some say on who the next quarterback is for the Cleveland Browns, even if it's as early as 2026. That's just how I see it.
And if you Shedeur Sanders, I want all the smoke. Like, listen, if you Deshaun Watson, I want the smoke. We trying to see it. I listen, he done shown some great things. I was encouraged as heck. I thought he showed a lot of heart. I thought he showed what he can do, especially with the game-winning drive against the Bengals, and I think he did his part. I think when you talk about Shedeur Sanders, I think he talked about the heavy lifting. You could see he was kind of downtrodden a little bit. His spirit was kind of down. And I think that's just the pressure it takes when you a 5th round pick and dealing with, I got to go deliver. So not only I got to go deliver 360, but I got to deliver under circumstances. I got to bring it back. And now the thing that everybody is going to see, like you said, Earl, you're going to have to reinvent yourself. Now it's a new relationship. Now you're going to have to impress the new coach. You're going to have to be in the office. You're going to have to figure it out. You're going to have to be understanding what and not only just the head coach, we talk about coordinator, right? You see what I'm saying? These are all things. And what I don't want Andrew Berry to do, he called Shedeur in the office and said, listen, I like what you did this year. We got to get better. Because let me tell you, we both got targets on our back. We both, me and you, we ain't in no different situation. I got to deliver. You got to deliver. The new head coach got to deliver. So what we need you to do, you need to go decompress a little bit, but get right back to work. Wherever you need to be, you need to be establishing yourself in this offseason. You didn't get one last year. You got one this year. Make it the best one of your life because we don't know if we ever going to get another one.
Yeah, and I don't really feel like that, Shedeur Sanders is ignorant to that, right?
Nope.
Like he said it today.
Yep.
Rookie season is complete. Let's take some time away. After the time away, man, let's buckle down and let's get back to work. He knows the things that he needs to work on in order to continue to earn more opportunities to be the franchise quarterback. And I don't think he's going to shy away from that. But I cannot stress this enough that with the fact that we are going to be searching for a new head coach, that new head coach is going to have a lot of input on who he wants his starting quarterback to be for 2026. Now, input and the end result, that don't always equal out to be the same thing. The Brown salary cap situation is not the best, right? And it looks like that by all accounts, Jimmy Haslam is going to see this investment with Deshaun Watson all the way through to the end. And so that's Deshaun Watson already in the quarterback room. You got Shedeur Sanders coming off 7 starts in his rookie season to where he won more games than anybody else that started for the Browns this year. He's going to be in the play. And so with that, and I heard what you laid out earlier, you're absolutely right. In my opinion, it don't really make sense to draft another quarterback, but I'm not making those decisions because the offensive line is horrific. The wide receiver room is not the best. And you probably can use another running back to go behind Quinshon Judkins, right? I think Dylan Sampson shows some things, but I'm not really sure if that's the running back that's your long-term number 2 option, right? This is not giving Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt vibes. That's not what it's giving right now. So you got a lot of things that you need to address before you start going to pluck around for another quarterback. And just maybe you can get some coaches in here that specializes in player development and can get these guys together. Because, yeah, Shedeur got his issues. I'm somebody that I cannot stand turnovers. Turnovers make me cringe. And I got to go back at some point in the season and look at all of them because not every turnover is created equally.
Correct.
But my point in that is there have been so many quarterbacks that I have seen that are damn good quarterbacks now that struggled in that same department early on in their career, whether it be their first year or their second year or even their third year in the NFL. Some of them eventually figured it out and they're still in the league today and having success. Others just didn't get it figured out. I think Shedeur Sanders has the confidence and the work ethic to get that figured out. Will he be given that chance here? We don't know yet, right? We don't even know where they're starting at with this head coaching search or anything like that, but that's how I see it.